To Novesity. If you came to watch true crime, you came at the right place. We are talking about the nurse Laken Riley, the girl who randomly, mysteriously got murdered by this disgusting individual. And we are learning officially new details today about what he did. And let me tell you something, we was absolutely correct. And I told you guys, when they were looking through the dumpsters, I told you they were looking for a weapon or something that has fluids on it, clothing. And it looks like we was right. We nailed it. This guy has done something very disturbing, and we're gonna talk about it. You might want to get into this, get involved. Welcome to Novesity. My name is No. Thank you for tuning into today's true crime podcast. If you're brand new, hit the follow button or hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Like and share the video. Tag one person over at Facebook and YouTube. Like, comment, and share. I would appreciate that very much. Let's get into this podcast because it's what he did to her. I'm hearing is brutal. I did hear a couple of rumors, and we're going to watch some videos and hope that it's not true. We got some new up-to-date information on this case of what he did. Now, I did hear something about he disfigured her skull. That's what he did to her. He used some form of weapon, completely obliterated her. It's scary times now. You can't even go to school, be a nurse, run around and to jog without getting savagely beaten by a monster. These are dark times. All right, let's get into this. Let's try to listen to these up-to-date videos. They're gonna let us know what happened, what went down, and what object he used and what they were looking for. All right, let's tune in.
Here that we have a suspect in custody for Lakeland's murder. We are obtaining arrest warrants for Jose Antonio Ibarra.
Laken Riley, a 22-year-old nursing student at Augusta University in Georgia, attacked and murdered while running near campus. We have 5 things we've learned about her, the case, and the man charged with murdering her. I'm Anjanette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. Laken Riley was a happy, vibrant young woman studying to become a nurse at Augusta University in Athens, Georgia. Last Thursday, a friend of Laken's reported her missing just after noon when she didn't return from a run at the intramural fields. 30 minutes later, a police report says an officer found Laken lying on the ground unconscious while searching some woods. He called out to her, but she didn't respond. The University of Georgia officer said Laken had visible injuries and no pulse, so he started CPR.
Remember when I told you guys that it had been a brutal crime? And look at that. As soon as they stumbled upon her, they said the scene was brutal. Whatever injuries she sustained that day, it was brutal. And I knew it because of what today we found out. We're going to talk about it. Guys, I don't even know most of it. I save it for when we go live. I don't want to fake no reactions. When we go live, I want to know what the hell happened. Whatever they found, it was bad. But what was his motive? Why would you do it? Keep listening.
From there, UGA police launched its first homicide investigation on campus in nearly 30 years. Police Chief Jeffrey Clark said video from campus security cameras led them to Jose Antonio Ibarra, a 26-year-old man in the country illegally from Venezuela. Ibarra was living at an apartment building in Athens.
Investigations suggest that they had no relationship. He did not know her at all. I think this was a crime of opportunity where he saw an individual and bad things happen.
Chief Clark calls the evidence in the case robust. Ibarra faces a number of charges, including malice murder, felony murder, kidnapping, false imprisonment, and aggravated battery. Immigration and Customs Enforcement confirms Jose Antonio Ibarra was arrested in September of 2022 after entering the country illegally. He was paroled and released. Then the NYPD arrested Ibarra in August of 2023 for acting in a way that could injure a child younger than 17, but he was released before an immigration hold could be placed on him. Then he was arrested on Friday for Laken Riley's murder in Georgia. Meanwhile, Laken Riley's family is preparing to lay her to rest at a funeral service in Woodstock, Georgia this Friday. Joining me to discuss the very latest in this investigation is somebody who's handled a lot of homicide investigations. He is retired NYPD cold case sergeant Joe Giacalone. Joe, first of all, they made some very quick work of making an arrest in this case. Your thoughts on how quickly they were able to piece this together? It sounds like the video surveillance on campus was really the key that led them to this guy.
Yes, Anjanette, the video surveillance has, played a key role in this, as well as many other cases that we see moving forward, and it's becoming an invaluable tool for investigators, right? So they're going out for these canvases pretty early, and when you're dealing with a college campus, we do know that there's video surveillance everywhere. So the idea is finding which ones, capturing that video, and making sure you can secure it as evidence becomes an important part of it. And the police chief did allude to other potential evidence, including maybe some electronic evidence too. So there might be cell phone information. There's a couple of things at play here yet that we don't know about, but I think they have enough evidence right now.
One thing we saw in some of the paperwork that's been released so far is the fact that they took a DNA sample from this guy, Jose Antonio Ibarra. And that DNA sample will be entered into CODIS, of course. They will compare it, I'm sure, to any evidence found on Laken Riley's body. We know that he is charged with aggravated assault in her homicide and a lot of other charges, false imprisonment, kidnapping, malice murder. So what else do you expect to happen since they've collected that DNA sample? Will they run it through CODIS and see if maybe he's connected to some other crimes?
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're dealing with this kind of standard operating procedure now, right? So certain states could take DNA upon arrest, and certain ones still wait for that conviction, right? So you have, differences between different jurisdictions and states. So you have two main databases in CODIS, right? So CODIS is the Combined DNA Index System. You have what's called the forensic database, which is the DNA that's found at crime scenes that we don't know who it is. And you also then have the offender database, and those are the ones that we know who it is. So they will try to match up if anything comes back in the forensic database or that unknown database, if it comes back to any other crime scenes across the country. And it's a good first step to see if he's responsible for any other serial crimes, let's just say, that has happened throughout the United States since the time he's been in the country.
We'll get you back to Crime Fix in just a sec. But first, I want to tell you about our sponsor. To August of 2023, he makes it all the way to New York City, where he's arrested on a driver's license violation and this endangering somebody younger than 17 charge. That's that last year. And now he's down in Georgia, in Athens, Georgia, in a college town. So he's traveled across the country quite a bit. He's made quite a path.
If this man committed these crimes throughout the years and traveled, I cannot think of anything else. I can't imagine what he has done that we don't know, that we didn't find out. You see, in Novesity, right, we talk about true crime. And during our true crime talks, we really like to dissect the situation and understand the person and look at their history. But this person is an immigrant, has committed crimes, and it led up to a moment where the system has failed us in a way, this country in a way that they let him completely free, where it allowed him to commit these crimes. And one of those crimes being that he completely murdered this poor nurse. I want to just jump right into these updates. I want to know the affidavit that's out. I want to know what he used, what they're looking for, because that's out now today. So you kind of want to get ready for this one. I want to get involved. You know, it seems to me that she was just defenseless. To all my ladies in the chat, my wonderful ladies in the chat, be very careful, be vigilant. This happened in the daytime, so that's just, you can't expect to be vigilant every day of every hour, or that's not considered living. But what I can say is take self-defense classes. Stay vigilant. Be aware. Download your a safety app where you know your people around your area, and just be okay. All right? I say this to you guys because I said it before. She was just like us, living our everyday lives where you would have never known it'll be you. You just never know. She was just like us, scrolling through TikTok, going to school, eating, hanging out with friends, drinking, sleeping, watching TV. And she's deceased because some guy committed an atrocious murder to her. How he did it, we're going to watch right now. But I just wanted to say that quick message to you. I care about you guys. All right? Lachelle, thank you. Oh, my God, Lachelle, for the 200 stars. Thank you, Lachelle. I appreciate it. Precious, thank you for always sending stars, too. I appreciate you, Precious, for the 200 stars. Facebook's going crazy with some stars today, Facebook. Okay, thank you.
Want to take you out to another story that we have been tracking very closely here. The latest on the murder of a nursing student on the University of Georgia campus. Court documents detailing the disturbing allegations against the illegal immigrant charged with killing Laken Riley, who you see right there on your screen. Fox's Madison Scarpino following the story from Athens, Georgia, joining us live. Good morning, Madison. We did get a lot of new information here, although there is still a lot overall left to figure out.
That's right, Josh. Some gruesome new details. Jose Ibarra, the suspected killer of Laken Riley's arrest affidavit, says that he used a weapon to seriously disfigure her skull. And
Holy Whoa. What the hell? He deformed her skull? What? What? That's what he was looking for. That's what they were looking for. Didn't I tell you guys they were looking for a weapon? Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I say that? That's what they were looking for. Either a cloth or a weapon. This guy disfigured her skull? That's brutal. Oh my gosh. I knew it. I tell you guys, when they say things to the press, listen to the words that they're telling you. They said when approaching her body, they use a specific word to formulate a context which describes that it was brutal. Oh my God, why her? What the hell? What was the motive?
suspected killer of Laken Riley's arrest affidavit says that he used a weapon to seriously disfigure her skull. And the affidavit also says that Ibarra concealed the death by dragging Riley's body to a secluded area. The coroner here says the full autopsy report likely won't be out for several weeks. These new developments come as hundreds gathered on campus yesterday for a vigil to honor Laken Riley, as well as another student who died by suicide the night before Riley died.
She exuded devotion with each and everything that she did. A devoted Christian, sister, student, daughter, and friend. And we have no doubt that she would have been an incredible nurse. It is absolutely earth-shattering to think that the world will never have that opportunity.
The suspected killer is in jail without bond for Riley's murder. ICE confirms Ibarra illegally entered the U.S. through El Paso in 2022. They say New York police arrested him just a few months ago in August for acting in a manner to injure a child. ICE says NYPD released him before they could issue a detainer on Ibarra. The White House says they extend their deepest condolences to Riley's family and that anyone found guilty should be held accountable to the fullest extent. And Josh, the district attorney here, says that they're bringing in a top trial attorney to prosecute Ibarra, but they say that the office has not yet received the case. Back to you.
All right, Madison Scarpino there with Fox News. Thank you so much for joining us here to provide the latest. I know these developments are happening quite a bit, so we'll check back in later as there are more developments. Thank you again for being here with us.
What can honestly have someone like this go out of your way to look? This somewhat seems premeditated. And let me tell you why. His brother works at the school illegally. He so happens to kill someone who attended the school. Is that correct, guys? Am I correct or am I wrong? That part I kind of got iffy. Did she go to the school his brother worked at? It was UGA. I got to get more information. That part I didn't look at. I probably should have looked that up, but I didn't think about that part. Sometimes things are usually connected, even when you think that they're not. You just haven't found it. And there's something a piece that we're missing. We don't got a motive. We don't got the link to why him to her. But let me tell you this, there's something there. There is something definitely there. Janice with 100 stars says, hi, Nov. Hello, Janice, how are you? His brother had fake green card. Yes, we talked about that a couple days ago. Correct. Courtney with 200 stars. Thank you so much. For him to grab any weapon, to find it, to be at the same place as a girl who worked at the school, who went to the school as her brother. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's a little too connected. Crime of opportunity is way more than that. This is crime of premeditation. That's what this is. This doesn't make any sense to me. And there's definitely more to this case. We got to get more involved. More details right here. This is a brand new video. This just came out. Gut-wrenching new detail. Well, what the hell did he use? What the hell? Are they still looking for this weapon? This is sick.
Gut-wrenching new details in the murder of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley as the media blasts Republicans for daring to bring up the border crisis.
Okay, this is the problem that we're having. Every time that we talk about true crime or something, everything got to do with Democrat, Republican, the president, Obama, whatever the hell. People need to stop this shit. I get it, and I understand that. But my people, my beautiful Americans, my lovely, beautiful black people, my lovely, beautiful white people, my Spanish people, my lovely, oh my gosh, my Native Americans, love you. Everybody, all of America, please, we can always address the underlying root of a problem, but we need to stop for a second, especially these, I don't blame y'all. I blame the news, most of it. This is why I'm here. I'm here to directly, people just look for people as like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I say this? It's always based on politics and money. And people switch topics or agendas just to up their views, up their money, or choose their party. It's basically like a legal gang, like officers, cops in New York City, a legal gang. Can we stop and really, like for instance, if I say Elijah View, the poor boy, they will bring politics up. Stop, shut up, and let's look for the boy. Let's look at look for the main thing that we're discussing right now is the boy. Please, talking about politics in a specific manner separate us more and forgets the main problem and attack each other. This is the problem that I'm having with these. I'm having this issue here, and I'm noticing this pattern. I don't care what you believe. I respect you. I don't care. I care about the problem at hand. Let's solve this, and then we'll move to the root of the problem. We can't afford as a country to deflect. We can't. Causing any deflection or anything that does, we must stay focused. We must stay focused. This is the problem. This girl got beaten to death by a weapon by an immigrant. You get me? You understand what I'm saying now? Let's solve the case. Let's understand the motive. Let's close it. And then we attack the root. This is the problem. It's just crazy.
Over it. Police reports revealing how the 22-year-old was beaten so badly. She suffered a, quote, disfigured skull. Her body was then reportedly dragged to a secluded area. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national who crossed the unsecured southern border back in 2022. And as the nation debates the broken border, the liberal press would rather accuse Republicans of using Riley's death for political reasons.
I just said it. I just said this. I just said this. I just said this. I just said this. I just said it. I just said it. And I haven't watched this video. I had never seen this video. I watch it all fresh with you. And they're using somebody's death for a political movement. You see what I'm saying? No, I swear to God, no one wants to solve crimes. They want to take it and use it for their selfish needs. Nobody cares. They take these crimes and they use it to push whatever agenda. I just said that. Never mind, bro. Fuck it. Fuck this, bro.
The nation debates the broken border. The liberal press would rather accuse Republicans of using Riley's death for political reasons.
Republicans obviously seizing on this horrific tragedy at the University of Georgia. They're seizing on this as an example of Biden's failure.
Oh, my God. I don't want to talk about this. Oh, my God. Biden and Donald Trump and oh, my God. These people are pathetic. Oh, my God. I don't believe this shit, bro. I don't believe this. They're using this poor girl as a political discussion. Oh, my God. This is. Oh, my God, man. I'm over here trying my hardest. Even with Gabby Petito, I even tried I even donated my money to a women's DV group. I will never forget. I tried my hardest to help with Gabby Petito and women who are in domestic abuse violence. And they even tried to push that into a political agenda. Now, when it comes to this girl, they're turning her case. Guys, we just found out a few moments ago, this guy took a weapon, him, and bashed her skull, which it was disfigured. Do you see the point that I'm making? It's, you know what? Maybe you guys are right. Maybe God did put me into this thing, because if they're going to be using politics and stuff as a movement, and I'm here trying to actually understand this case and solve this. Oh shit! Oh my God! Sorry, YouTube chat. I had it behind. I didn't see YouTube chat. I'm so sorry. What is going on in the chat? Elizabeth. With the 20 gifted subs. Oh my God, Elizabeth, you're gonna make me catch a heart attack over here. Elizabeth, you got me lightheaded. Elizabeth, oh my God, holy chicken strips. Elizabeth, thank you so much. W's in the chat. W's, all for Elizabeth. Oh shit, K. Cole, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that, K. Cole, thank you so much. K. Cole. Thank you. Elizabeth! Thank you for your generosity. Yeah. You love this podcast. I'm speaking facts. I am.
To protect the American people, to secure the border.
Riley's death igniting a political firestorm. State House Speaker John Burns indicating that the Georgia House this week will take steps on illegal immigration.
As if the initial facts were not horrifying enough or the sense of loss not deep enough by now, and all of it has now been compounded by the revelation the suspect was in this country unlawfully and how quickly that fact became politicized.
The Democrats are no better. California Congresswoman Katie Porter says it's important we don't make too much out of.
I'm done. I'm not doing it. That whole video, I'm sorry, guys. I'm throwing it out the podcast. I'm so disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I'm disgusted. Democrats, Republicans. Oh my God. Everything. Elizabeth.
Absolutely horrific. And there is no other way, sadly enough, to describe the new details we're getting tonight about Laken Riley's final moments. An illegal immigrant allegedly killed the 22-year-old nursing student as she jogged near the University of Georgia campus. We're still waiting for the results of a rape kit. Neighbors of the suspect, Jose Iberia, say he stalked her on a near daily basis, watching her as she ran by his apartment day after day. We just received the affidavit that lays out the evidence against Iberia, an illegal immigrant from Venezuela. We want to warn you, it is hard to comprehend what he did to this young woman, what he allegedly did, I should say, to this young woman. The documents say Iberia disfigured Riley's body and skull with a...
Whoa. He disfigured her body and skull? He disfigured her body and skull? What the hell did you do to her? What the hell did you do to this poor girl? Let's keep listening. I'm disgusted.
A heavy object. He's also accused of trying to stop her from calling 911 during the struggle, which means the struggle went on for a while. Afterwards, the documents say he tried to hide her death by dragging her body to a secluded area. What happened next is even more disturbing, and we're told it's all on videotape. George Will is here on how Riley's case is or is not changing the immigration debate in America. But we begin with News Nation's Alex Capriello, who's got new details from Iberia's neighbors and joins us live from the apartment complex where he lived. Alex, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Leland. Yeah, the apartment complex is right here behind me, but you'll see I'm standing on the trail. This is where Laken Riley went on her daily run, connecting this to the University of Georgia and a beautiful lake system, a popular trail. But to what you alluded to, I spent my afternoon speaking to his neighbors. He lived here with about 4 or 5 others, I'm told, for the past 5 months. Rather disturbing details about his life here, about the fact that these neighbors would just see him daily outside, sitting outside that studio apartment, watching people go by. And that includes, in their opinion, Laken Riley, who went on daily runs, cutting through the apartment complex to get to this trail. But what I really learned was more information about after the murder occurred. They say that they have video evidence of him taking bloody clothes and other evidence and dumping it in a dumpster right here behind me. Take a look.
What the hell? We might just see this video. We knew this was premeditated. We knew it. We knew it. This is crazy. Hold on.
This is the apartment complex where Jose Ibarra lived, and they shared new details that we had never actually heard before. These neighbors tell me that they actually have security camera footage from their own Ring doorbell cameras that shows Jose Ibarra with bloody clothes and other evidence, taking them to these dumpsters and then ditching all the evidence. These people tell me that they handed over all of that footage to the police to be used as evidence. As for Laken Riley, these neighbors tell me that they often saw her running through this apartment complex, using it as a shortcut to get to this trail. And that as for Jose Ibarra, he was somewhat of a quiet loner who sat outside of his studio apartment, which he shared with 4 other people at all hours of the day, just watching the world go by. For that reason, these neighbors believe that Ibarra watched her run, knew her route, knew her path, and made his move.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, each of the neighbors I spoke to are really nervous and scared about this whole situation. Obviously, a lot of the students here at the University of Georgia are as well. I'm still seeing a lot of people running on campus, and so that's a good sign that...
You know what I think this is? I think that he tried to make a move on her or was denied before multiple times by her. This is what I'm getting at. This is what I'm understanding. His brother works there, UGA. She went there, nurse. He visits his brother, sees her, falls in love, asks her out, tries to talk to her. If there's younger people, rizzes on her. Older people, tries to spit game. Older other people, tries to ask her out. And he gets denied. Or she gets disgusted, or she says something he doesn't like. And he stalks her, probably likes her, loves her, stalks her, knows her route, what time. He does all this. He gets upset, probably saw her with another guy or anything. He gets truly upset, gathers and somehow obtains a very heavy weapon and continues to bash her as he tries to make a 911 call, as described by News Nations. Continue. He doesn't want her to call 911. He doesn't want her to. So he takes the weapon and disfigures her skull. But it doesn't say skull. It says body and skull. Body, chest, back, arm, soft underbelly, everywhere and anywhere to try to slow her down. And it works. The girl is out jogging. She's already out of breath. Lethargic, very weak and tired. He keeps on. And then he realizes, I killed her. And a different scenario is all that combined with he wanted to attempt to R.A.P. her. R.A.P.E., excuse me. And he noticed, I messed up. She's not moving. She's not doing all this stuff. He drags her body. You can tell because clothes match up with the drag marks on the floor. He drags to try to conceal the body, which is another charge. That's a felony. This is all making sense. And that is my theory. Let's continue. Oh, by the way, I do see... Hold on real quick.
People are still resilient, but at the same time, there are several memorials here for Laken Riley. She was a beloved part of this community. As for this apartment complex, I really wanted to dig in. How are 4 to 5 different people that I'm told are undocumented immigrants living in a single studio apartment with 1 bathroom? The apartment complex isn't answering any of my questions right now.
All right, Alex, keep on it. Great reporting on an incredibly difficult and sad story. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to...
Somebody said a super chat. I'm so sorry that I missed it. If I did, I'm so sorry. Precious, Amanda Gale, thank you for both of the 200 stars. Teresa M. Lord for the 200 stars. Thank you guys so much. Amanda Gale, right up top, she just sent 100 stars, and it says, eye for an eye needs to happen. Didn't I say that, Amanda Gale, days ago? Who believes in eye for an eye? Because this is why I told you guys I can never be a judge. I can't be a jury. Stop sending me juries. Don't send me jury duty no more. Don't do it. United States of America. Stop sending me to jury duty. I don't want to be on that stand because I am an eye for an eye kind of guy. I really am. And I'm not trying to get out of jury duty. I don't care. Don't send me to jury duty. Don't. Eye for an eye. I am tired of people committing the harshest crime possible. This guy committed okay, you may not think he did as much as you would hear other stories, but you are not there to see what happened. You see, media, deputies, the system, whatever you want to call it, these people use a specific terminology to describe a scene. One person's terminology may be different from somebody else's. It's like a soft game of telephone. You don't know what it was in that scene. Do you guys remember the crime that I talk about the guy who was that lady who lived in Long Island? And it was a lady lived in Long Island and she was having sex with the repair guy. He had long hair, brown skin. Her name was Gallagher, something like that. If you don't remember, he took that long kitchen knife and he chopped her apart. So we were like, why would he do that? She cheated on her husband with the repair guy. And the repair guy completely her. And I'm not sure if this is true. Rumor has it is that she gave him AIDS. That's HIV. That's a rumor. I'm not sure. Now, he did that. And he went to jail. Should it be eye for an eye? Because she had kids and a husband. Well, she cheated on her husband, so she ain't all that good neither. But should that not be an eye for an eye? You can brutally murder someone, homicide, straight raw. Should they just go to jail for life? Is that enough? Is death enough? Death is like, to me, it's so easy sometimes. You just die and you enter a whole new wherever it is after. Or should they suffer and stay in a box? Is that enough? Or maybe it should be an eye for an eye. And that's me. Don't send me, because what he did to her, don't let me be a judge. Don't. It won't be cute. Accused, okay, so migrant suspect in Laken Riley murder accused of seriously disfiguring nursing student as affidavit reveals grim details in case. It's probably very grim because they're not going to tell you in the title of what he did to her. They're not going to, they can't do that. They can't because they won't get ads. Trust me, I know how this works. They have to use harsh words to try to have you pique your imagination. Trust me on that. I know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to skip all these details we already know. Not the details, the regular stuff. I'm going to get to the details. Okay. Her cause of death had only been given a blunt force trauma with new charging documents accusing Jose Abarreta, whatever, of causing great bodily harm with an object. So it did change. The whole thing changed. By the way, hold on real quick. Shout out to Brianna Malcolm. I think this is Breezy. She said with her message on Venmo, she said, since YouTube won't let me gift memberships, this is for the equipment to travel. Thank you for the direct dono from Breezy Malcolm. I appreciate you. This is Breezy, right, Breezy? You should put your name Breezy. You can put your name Breezy, by the way. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, for the equipment. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. And we got Kelsey with the 2. She says, I look forward to this every night, says Kelsey. Kelsey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Debbie's in the chat for these direct donos. I appreciate that so much. You guys are incredible. Okay, her cause of death. Okay, so what they're trying to say here in this statement is that we only knew that her cause of death was just trauma to the head. There was way more than that. The object he used, I don't know what it was. I don't know what he used, guys. They haven't told us. Even if they even find it. He used a very heavy object to do this to this poor girl. And he didn't only did it to her upper body. He did it to the rest of her body. He did it like in a way that he tried to stop her from something. That's what this sounds like. But the suspect was also charged with aggravated battery, seriously disfiguring her body by disfiguring her skull. Beretta is also charged with preventing Riley from making or completing a 911 call. Sweetheart, you almost called 911. That is the sad part. That is the scary, sad part. Is that he stopped her from making a 911 call. She was so close to making a 911 call. She could have been saved. She could have been saved. She was so close to making a 911 call. That she never got to complete it. That's scary. That's sad. It's terrible news, man. It's messed up.
Of this one innocent girl's murder.
One instance shouldn't shape our overall immigration policy.
All of the mothers whose kids were killed by illegals, and President Trump tried to get the numbers of those to collect them, and there are certain states that wouldn't go along with.
I'm sorry, she's just speaking in political stuff, guys. It's ridiculous.
With collecting that information. So, you know, the liberals, I mean, as soon as someone dies from a gun, they call for gun control. But as soon as someone is murdered by an illegal, they never call for border control. They're not into that at all. But, you know, once Bragg in this city let the Venezuelans loose, right? And they end up going to, I think it's Arizona. Then Randall's Island, they start attacking the cops. And then you've got the Venezuelans in Virginia who just sexually assaulted a cop. The Venezuelans in Chicago, 4 of them who choked a guy and robbed him. I mean, this is only in the last couple of days. It's time that we stop the process. You can do it under the law. It's Section 212F of Title 8 of the immigration law. He can stop it. It's time that we recognize number one, we have to take fingerprints of every illegal, fingerprints with a photograph. And I'm going to do you one better. If we don't take DNA from these illegals who are all claiming asylum, so at least we at some point will know that they are who they say they are, because they can make up any name coming into this country. Plus, if we have a database with illegals in that database, we can match up crimes that are unsolved going forward in the criminal justice system. And the bottom line is, until we know who they are, until we can identify them, they should not be allowed in this country. There are too many crimes that have been committed, too many lives that have been taken, and too many families have been destroyed. And to let people in about whom we know nothing. Yeah. And we've got 7.2 million, and how many known gotaways and unknown gotaways? Now, why are they gotaways? Yes. Because I'm sorry. Until we can identify them, because they don't want to be.
So guess what just happened? There's a company called Nexus of America, something like that. They just told Facebook to block my video from live streaming because it belongs to them. And 34 seconds of the audio is with my voice. Literally. Yeah, literally. They're trying to block my video out. Right now, people on Facebook can't see anything. because this company is trying to basically rip people off. I Googled it. This is crazy. Yeah. I'm not kidding. Look, look, you think I'm bullshitting? Look. Nexus of America. These are people who are trying to make money off other people's work. Right here. They're trying to copyright claim my video. Yeah, I'm gonna, it's time to sue. We're gonna sue. I'm a sue. That's why I couldn't comment or see the live anymore. I thought it was, yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah. It's not me. It's not me. What the hell, yo, did you do to this poor girl? This is crazy. Let's keep listening. I'm disgusted.
A heavy object. He's also accused of trying to stop her from calling 911 during the struggle, which means the struggle went on for a while. Afterwards, the documents say he tried to hide her death by dragging her body to a secluded area. What happened next is even more disturbing, and we're told it's all on videotape. George Will is here on how Riley's case is or is not changing the immigration debate in America. But we begin with News Nation's Alex Capriello, who's got new details from Ibaria's neighbors and joins us live from the apartment complex where he lived. Alex, good evening.
Hey, good evening, Leland. Yeah, the apartment complex is right here behind me, but you'll see I'm standing on the trail. This is where Laken Riley went on her daily run, connecting this to the University of Georgia and a beautiful lake system, a popular trail. But to what you alluded to, I spent my afternoon speaking to his neighbors. He lived here with about 4 or 5 others, I'm told, for the past 5 months. Rather disturbed.
What the hell did you do to this poor girl? Let's keep listening. I'm disgusted.
A heavy object.
Sorry, everyone.
This is a really
let's continue. Let's continue.
heinous, violent crime that he is accused of.
A heavy object.
Does somebody just kind of come out of the woodwork like this and commit a crime like this just all of a sudden? I mean, it seems very unusual that somebody would do such a thing just once. I mean, we don't know exactly how this unfolded or what happened.
Kelso, thank you for joining the family. Let's welcome Kelso. She is part of the family. Let's welcome Kelso, everyone. Kelso, welcome to the nation. We welcome you.
We will probably learn more about that in the future.
Well, yeah, we don't know exactly what transpired at the crime scene or what his motive was yet. But for instance, that triangle, so to speak, that he created from Texas to New York to Georgia, I mean, that's just why those DNA profiles and the search through the database become very important. That's a huge area for anybody who's traveled across the country, specifically by vehicle, car, or what have you. That's a long way from point A to point B to point C. So there's lots of different investigations that need to be done there. And yes, it's unusual, but not unheard of, right? So people have graduated to murder very quickly, but there are situations at hand where generally somebody progresses that way. We don't know enough about this man. We don't know anything about his history past from his home country. So it's difficult to say exactly what really going on here.
You know, there was something interesting that Chief Clark said on Friday night when announcing this. He said the evidence was robust, but he also said that this investigation is not over yet. So, Joe, you've handled a lot of homicides, cold case homicides over the years. You've supervised What did that mean when he said that? Because they've got their guy in custody. They say the evidence is robust. What else is there to investigate?
Well, to me, this is a cop speak for we believe that he's responsible for additional crimes. And now that his photo has been posted everywhere, they're hoping that people will come forward and saying that, yes, this is what happened to me, or I had a bad experience with this guy, and what have you. So this is what they're actually looking for. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with the communities that are here illegally, they tend not to want to talk to the police for a couple of reasons, right? One is that they're here illegally and they're afraid of getting deported. And the second thing is that, from their home countries, they're afraid of the police. So he's trying to, I guess, put out that olive branch to everybody and say, listen, we're really not interested in your status here in the United States, but if there's something that this guy, he's committed a crime, please step forward, because we want to make sure that all the victims get the help that they need.
Right now, what they're talking about is that what's going on with the illegals. They're not publicized. They're not making things political here. And this is what I like about this. And this is why I like. And now I believe they're going to jump into the brother. But they're saying that, like, what does that mean for them being here? Him going from all the way through New York to over where they're at right now. And listen, New York is having problems with immigrants, but trust me, people are getting really sick and something's going to go down. Nove, can you please explain to Facebook followers who on here know what happened? I'm going to explain to you what happened if you are from Facebook. Facebook has a monetization issue where they hear their auto machines. Facebook is not that great. It's not. But I have members over there and they're great. And most people rely on Facebook, but YouTube, its functions are better. Its systems work better than Facebook, way beyond better. Facebook always put something on my video where they're like, this belongs to somebody else. And I'm like, no, it's not. And they block the video. Let me show you. If you think I'm bullshitting, you guys know how real I am. I'm a real ass mother trucker. Have a look. We're still live on Facebook. But read this. Your video is blocked and can't be viewed by others. You can't see this. This is for me to see. But let me show you that. See, I'm live. But no one's watching because they blocked my video for no reason, because the robot thinks that it belongs to somebody and it doesn't. It's literally my voice that they believe that it belongs to somebody else. I don't know why. And that's the problem with Facebook right now. They have these robots that they use technology that they think that it belongs to somebody else. Yeah, so it's stupid. Facebook is way behind in technology. It's just pathetic. Another person joined the Academy. Oh, who joined? Jacqueline Waller. Thank you for joining Novesity Nation. When you join the way that Jacqueline did, that's you actually joining the nation. And I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Welcome. I will contact people from Facebook. I will make a note of it right now, and I'll tell them to all come to YouTube, okay?
Mm-hmm. And in looking through the jail roster, Joe, we saw somebody with the same last name as Ibarra. And it turns out it's his brother. And he's a few years older, but his name is Diego Jose Ibarra. And he is on an immigration holder now. They've got a holder on him, ICE does. So we assume that he will be deported, but he's accused of faking a green card. So is there any information that police can glean from him? He's living at the same address as his brother. So is there anything they can get out of him? Or is this something where they will just kind of put him through the legal system here and then deport him?
Yeah, more than likely. Listen, good police work has to do about debriefing and interviewing and talking to people, right? So you try to talk to or debrief anybody that you can help you with your case. Considering he's the guy's brother, he might not be forthcoming with information, but that doesn't mean you go in there with a...
That's his brother. And do you think he has something to do with the case? Because he worked there. And he worked exactly where she went. Oh, no. exactly where she went. Nep Cruz, that's your name, with the $4.99 says, what's scary in all this is that there is a very high probability that he's done this to others as well. So evil, so sad, and an eye for an eye. Well said, Nep Cruz. Well said, because I strongly believe an eye for an eye. Strongly.
Defeated attitude, you give it an opportunity, maybe he can give you some information to work with, or maybe he can give you some tidbit about something else that's going on within the community that they live and come from. So it's an important first step. And listen, the likelihood of him getting deported now, I think is pretty high. So maybe, he wants to make a deal too. He wants to stay in the country and he wants to be able to do something, and maybe he can give them some information, and the law enforcement can use it as leverage, so to speak.
Does your gut tell you that they will find that his brother, Jose Antonio Ibarra, that he will be found to have maybe committed some other crimes in the Georgia area, in the Athens, Georgia area? I mean, what is your gut telling you?
Well, I mean, we don't know for sure, right? So that's why I think the police just kind of put that out there and just saying, the investigation's not done yet, because they could have very easily said, we got the evidence, we have the video, we have, let's say, other digital evidence, we have a witness, let's just say, case closed, we're moving on to something else, we'll see you at the trial. But they didn't say that. So I think that they believe that there are other potential victims out there and that they want them to come forward.
Just an awful case.
I mean, it would be hard for having victims to come forward if they're dead. This guy definitely must have succeeded in something. He was so comfortable to do it in broad daylight. This guy committed a horrible act on a girl. He did this in broad daylight. He felt comfortable. He knew exactly what to do. You think this guy didn't commit? If he did it, he must have committed some type of crime similar to this. He's just too comfortable. Who does this at daylight? Oh my God, give me a break. Who does this? Who does this? Who was so comfortable to destroy her figure in broad daylight? And I'm surprised nobody even heard it or saw this. Nobody heard it. Nobody saw it. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. This comment is funny. This comment is very funny. Crystal with the 2. She says, eye for an eye. No. New merch slogan. No words needed. Wait a minute. The slogan that I always say, an eye for an eye, I can use that slogan. My slogan that I say, an eye for an eye, I could use it for merch. Typically, I don't agree with people's ideas. I'm not tacky, but that one. Crystal. I like that. I like that. I might do that, actually. Congratulations, I might do that. I might do that. Yes. An eye for an eye.
Case, Joe. I mean, this
Very good
is a young
super chat.
woman. She was working toward a nursing degree at Augusta University. Seems very sweet by all accounts. We've read so many nice things about her. She was in a sorority. She worked hard. She does what a lot of girls do, a lot of college kids do, a lot of young women, young men do. She goes out for a run and her friends get worried, and she's literally within an hour found dead. I mean, it's so senseless, and I just can't even imagine what her family is going through right now.
cases like these are always senseless, right? And unfortunately, we've seen a trend now in the last couple of years where women who have been, jogging on their own have been attacked and killed. So, we want to try to make sure that these paths and these trailways that people are using are safe. They maybe need to come up with, surveillance camera system on these paths and do something, but also, some simple things at first, jog with somebody else, try not to have your music in your ears or not too loud. These earphones do block out a lot of noise in the background. You can't hear things coming, somebody coming up behind you. So you need to be mindful of that. I think the best thing to do is, go jogging with somebody else. And it's a shame that we even have to talk about that respect, because people should be able to be free and do what they want to do. But we have to be mindful of those around us who wish us harm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we should be able to run around by ourselves and do what we want, but I just feel for her family. It's awful, and we'll keep a close eye on this to see where the investigation goes next. Joe Jacqueline, thank you.
They have not discussed that what they found with the clothes, and they haven't discussed anything with the murder weapon. We don't know what they found or if they found it. We're just going to have to wait and find that out. Daniela Williams said, you should have checked if you can use it. Since you didn't come up with it, you could get sued. No, I can't get sued. No. I can't get sued, Danielle. You can't patent the word eye for an eye. You can't just patent that. You can't. You can patent a design, but I create my own designs from scratch. So if somebody gives me an idea, like somebody says, hey, no, your clothes, put holy chicken strips. That I always say. I say holy chicken strips. I say eye for an eye. I say these words because I don't know. I'm weird. I just say things. So when I say it, people are like, hey, create a t-shirt for it. And I'm like, yeah, I can do that. But it's all about how you design it is where you can't get sued. It's not about, yeah, I can say whatever I want. I can make it say a word from a song. You can't get sued for that. But you can't copy somebody's design. That you cannot do. That you can't do. Okay, I'm just letting you know. Thank you, Daniela Williams. I love it. I love it. Thank you. All right, guys. I think that pretty much sums up this whole entire. I think this sums up this case. Yep. So, guys, that is the latest information on this case. Yeah. This was supposed to be an hour podcast, and that is exactly, we nailed it. Michelle, the brother, had a fake green card. I bet otherwise he wouldn't be in jail. Yeah, we know it's fake. We have an article that says that. Yep. You can't get anything that is copyrighted. You can't use anything that is copyrighted. Correct. That's why I'm going to make the design myself. Speaking about that, guys, it's coming. I'm going to show you a little bit of the website. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for the true crime website? Boom. I'm showing you a part. That's not supposed to be there. Sorry about that. I'm showing you a glimpse of the website. This is a glimpse of the website. You're not supposed to see this until a couple months, but this is the glimpse of the website. Nothing. This is not even done. This is nowhere done. We're weeks behind. We're not behind nothing. We're right on track, but yep. Let's just say this, but that's all you're gonna get, suckers. That's all you're gonna get. It's called, my first collection is called a true crime collection. And we talk about crime on the podcast all the time. Different stories, we shed light, we help, we do stuff like that. So I'm coming out with my own merch clothing line where it's not going to be a lot. It ain't going to be like 10 shirts and 10 pants. No, it's not. Very little catalog. I like it very small. Couple shirts, one hat maybe, one this, one that, and that's it. And we focus on quality. And that all comes out in just a few weeks. So, and I'm going to rotate clothing. So let me make this clear with you, because I want people saying that I didn't say this. The way that I'm busting my ass on this is ridiculous. You don't even know. And I'm saying that face to face, bluntly. I believe in quality and putting out what you put in. But let me tell you this. If I have 6 apparel or 8 for every cat collection that I'm going to be doing every season, I'm going to be rotating. So let's say I have 6 merch. I'm going to be rotating 3 and keeping 3. So this you will never see again. You will never see again. So I know there's going to be people in the chat that's going to tell me, Nov, I didn't get to get this. I didn't get to get that. Can you please bring it back? Can you please? Can't do that. I can't, because that will cost me the stupidest amount of money. I'm already putting in thousands of dollars already of my own money into this. So I'm telling, people, tell everybody in Discord, tell everybody in the chat, get it while you can, because what's the next season? Spring comes, that's the launch of it. The next season, once summer comes and I release just 2 more items, I'm taking 2 items off. You get it? I want to be mad clear about that, because I don't want people to hate me and be like, yo, I didn't get it. I didn't get that. I'm spending so much money. I can't put it back in. I can't do that. You know? Like, for instance, Breezy sent me a donation directly. Whenever people send direct donors, that has to go into merch equipment so I can give it back to you. I have receipts. I show that. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make sure that while running this true crime podcast, when you guys want something, I must deliver. You guys wanted merch. I've been actually supposed to have merch, but you guys want things, right? And you say, no, if I want this, I want this. And I'm like, you know what? I got you. I'm going to give it to you. And if I'm busting my ass and spending all this money on designers and talking to manufacturers and all that, and then you end up not getting it because you missed a specific item, I can't. Don't get mad at me, please. Please, I'm just begging you. Don't get mad at me. Will members have to pay excess? No. Members automatically, if you have a badge and you're not a gifter badge, because gifting badges won't work because their membership is going to be expired by 1 month. If you are a member, like you signed up, like you're going to get a discount and you're going to get pre-release. And you get a pre-release of every catalog. My merch is not going to be like no rinky-dinky shop, guys. It ain't no like, it's not like, the true crime merch is not going to be like, oh, a regular t-shirt. No. The quality of this shirt is from Bella. Like, let me shut up. Let me just surprise you. And you're going to be like, yo, wow, this is actually some decent quality. And the quality is going to get so much better because now I'm talking to another manufacturer after this one. After 2 seasons, I'm talking to another one. So the quality is going to be, that's what I care about. I'm not playing no games. I create things to last, not create things that's disposed of, which it's just disgusting. Yeah. Ask any questions you guys have right now. This is the perfect timing. Quality, not quantity. Made in France. It's American made, and one shirt is from America, I think. And another shirt is from, I think it's from Europe. It's not from Asia, I don't believe. I'm not too sure. Let me answer that question. I got you right now. I'm going to answer the question. There it goes. Okay. Yep. It's from America. It is in Los Angeles. And the quality, it is. The shirt that I have from this company, Magnificent. It's actually the best shirt that I have in the inventory in the back. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best quality. I love this. Trust me. Trust me. Facebook is still running. It is. It is. Facebook is still running. Correct. Gigi said, Jesus. Yeah. Starry Night, get out of here. Starry Night, go away. Gigi said, look, she said, Jesus. I want a sweater. Do you have sweaters or just shirts? This is the premium edition version. I'll let you have a look, a sneak peek. This is only for members that's supposed to see it, so I'll let you see it here. There it is. That is one of the items. This is one of the items, correct, of the Novesity True Crime sweater. That's the sides of it. I actually have it in my closet right now. That's it right there. Courtney said, yeah, I'm here. I'm running right now. What's the color theme? Mia, that's a very, very, very good question. What is the color theme of Novesity? It is red and black. I am introducing a third color scheme. It hasn't been identified. I have been thinking about gray, but the contrast, I'm not sure if I'm content with it, but I am thinking about a third color scheme. And if I do, it will be on the website. Correct. Rini said, I want to buy you. You guys got jokes. I love this. This is sick. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And yeah. So right now I'm looking for models in New York City that I have to pay out of pocket who would take pictures. I'm already a cinematographer and photographer for years. So I'm going to be the photographer. So I'm just looking for models right now. And we're going to be starting shooting next week. And it'll be on the website in weeks to come. Crystal oh my God, Crystal, you're going to be the last super chatter for tonight? Because we're about to wrap up. No, if I would make a great plus size model. Speaking about models, I just said that. Would you really? Well, if you're located in New York City, thank you for the super chat, Crystal. You're so sweet. Did we talk about chicken strips? I don't know about that merch. You would have to check if you can use it since you didn't come up with it. Could get sued. Wait, what? Oh, that's an old comment. Why did I read that comment? Facebook had video but no chat. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Facebook is not ideal. It's not ideal. All right, guys. I think we're done with the questions. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Guys, that's the end of the podcast, and I appreciate you guys very much. I'm so sorry for what happened on Facebook, guys. Very sorry. I'm going to have to battle that. Thank you for watching. If you're brand new, please hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that very much. We are, how many more subscribers we need? We need 12 more subscribers until we hit 18,000. 12 more subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. You guys are incredible. And Facebook has a lot of issues. It does. It does. It's okay. Why did Facebook take your live off? Because Facebook is a tool. They need to get their shit together. That's why. That's why. That's why I tell people just to hit the like button on YouTube and to hit the subscribe button. I tell people from Facebook all the time to go to YouTube. I tell them that all the time. They're comfortable over there, and I respect that. But if there's nothing over there at Facebook, come to YouTube. If they're comfortable, then stay on Facebook. It's perfectly fine. It's just I want my people to have a better experience. That's all I care about. I want my people to have a better experience. Now, until YouTube fixes that issue, you know what I'm saying? Because they blocked my shit. We love you, Nov. Darlene, I love you. You guys are incredible. You guys are the Novesity family. You guys are the Novesity nation. It is what it is. Would you do a meet and greet once I hit 1 million followers? That's a promise. That's a promise. Once I hit 1 million, I will meet anybody, anywhere, anytime. I'll meet the fucking alien in Mercury, butt ass naked, straight up. But once I'm sustainable, then yes, I can do that. All right, guys, I think we are done with the end of the podcast. So, good night, everyone. I love you guys so much. Please have a good night. Enjoy your Tuesday, the rest of it. All right. And I better see you guys here on the next one. And I'm so sorry for the poor experience at Facebook. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll see what I can do to fix that. All right. All right. I have a badge here on my other name, but she's always quiet. Cookie Crunch. All right. Have a good night, guys. Take care. And until then, I'll see you on the next one. I love you guys. Peace out.